Hi, welcome back to Orlando Experience. So today we are at Universal. We're here for one main reason, and that is the Tribute Store. Tribute Store opened yesterday. It's currently Saturday the 25th. So we're hoping to, get inside, take you guys through a full walk through every room, and then we'll look at merch, treat options, everything like that. It looks pretty good from what I've seen, so I'm excited to head in and see it. But we'll meet you guys back at the Tribute Store in just a moment. So we made our way towards the right as we came in, back into the Hollywood section. Back here where they have been having their non-Halloween Horror Night tribute stores. It is an 80s tribute store for the summer, kind of themed around the classic Universal movies, E.T., Jaws, stuff like that. It has a few different rooms, so we'll head inside and start showing you guys around. So they kind of had a thing running a couple weeks ago where you could become part of the tribute store, and you can kind of see it here along the right wall right as you walk in. There's a few different, I think, along the walkway. But you can get your picture with like different kind of like thematic backgrounds. Be part of the tribute store. They do have a decent amount of Ghostbusters merch right as you walk in. Tank top there, cup there, hat there. That's a little too green. And they have a glow-in-the-dark, the kind of normal Ghostbusters shirt there. So they do have like a new Ghostbusters car from the newer movies. They do have this jacket here that I do actually like a decent amount. I think the little badge on the front is cool. So this next part of the room is all kind of Back to the Future stuff. Bunch of little toys, normal merch, hats, shirts, keychains. They're all normal stuff. I do like all the new merch. It does look pretty good. This shirt's pretty cool. Some of it's not my favorite though. Don't love this one. But some of it's pretty good looking. And here is a water bottle. Also have a cup. Another okay looking jacket. I don't love the colors with it. And they do have some Shrek stuff right here. So right here as you're walking along, they have like a little funny thing. Just a little back room here. Just says get out. And they have a big old donkey and then a Shrek poster right here too. So next part of the room is kind of Jaws themed. I do like this hat with the bite out of it. The Jaws shirt here. I like this Jaws shirt too. Shark Tours. Another one right there. And then they have some more Shark Tours type merch. They have like a beach hat with it on it. They have a little hat here with a little shark fin on it. Again, just kind of miscellaneous Jaws stuff. Different merch, bags, hats. They do have a tumbler here too. So the next kind of group of merch here is all E-Team themed. I like how they've kind of separated things and not keeping it too, together and mishmashed. Now we're kind of behind the counter, right across the way from where we started. I'm sure somebody will find about a million different little things amongst everything in the shop, all kind of dating back to old Universal and movies and all that. And they do have a water bottle over here. And they have one more thing of merch over here for ET. Alright, so now we're heading into the next room, and it is the arcade kind of style room. Right to the right of the wizard, we do have more Shrek merch. Not the biggest fan usually of the Shrek merch. I just don't think it usually looks fantastic, but you know. Actually, that kind of spirit jersey type thing isn't too bad. I do like that they started doing this. I've noticed a couple of them. They're kind of like spirit jerseys, but they're actually like t-shirt cloth instead of that thicker cloth here. New game. They do have another machine here. Griggs Alien Quest. Oh, and there's our little squirrel right there. And then there's a few more Jaws things over here. I actually do like that shirt there. I think that's fun. With the kind of logo with the image going up. Pretty good swim trunks there. I like those socks too. Another Jaws shirt kind of tucked in between the arcade machines here. Another arcade machine. I do really like this Dueling Dragons up here. They do have a huge collection of different headbands, all themed to different IPs and stuff that are in here. They all look fairly new. I've seen a couple of them before, but fairly new stuff. They have a bunch of the old classic Universal merch too back here. And then we come across our treat station that is kind of behind the prize counter here. All obviously super themed here. They have a waffle s'mores down there. I think these treats look a lot better than they normally do because they're all pretty heavily themed. Alright, so as we're exiting the arcade, we're going into the Tribute Theater, and this is the final room. All themed to, obviously, old Universal movies. It's pretty cool in here. Obviously, themed to a movie theater. A few different things in it. A lot of Ghostbuster stuff here at the start. A lot of figures and stuff that you can put on display. Here's a blanket right here. Not too bad. Slippers down here. And obviously, a big emphasis on the theming. So they got Back to the Future up there. E.T. up to our top right. Then behind us they have Ghostbusters, that I think is the coolest one, with the gate. And then they do have Jaws at the end of the room there. So I do like how they've kind of organized everything to its side. So E.T. stuff's on its size with the thing. They do have a new candle in here, that is the Green Planet. I actually feel like they might have had this one before. I don't believe it does smell like the smell inside E.T., so unfortunate. Yep, just gave it a smell. It does not smell like the E.T. line, unfortunately. I think this part's super cool, though. Obviously, a big photo spot there. More E.T. stuff there. Obviously, all the merch is pretty heavy on different themes here. I do like these sweatpants, actually. These Ghostbuster ones. They're pretty cool. Kind of merch we've seen though in other rooms. They do have a beanie down there with that similar design from earlier on that jacket. So the same design as we saw earlier on that jacket. Some more Jaws stuff here. I do like the salt and pepper shaker. I was just looking at it. It is quite funny. Yeah, I think they might have had a lot of these camels before. I do like this one a lot. This one's one of my favorites they've had before. They do have a rain jacket over here too, or a windbreaker with a dum-dum on the back of it. Yeah, that Aeoni Island candle actually smells a lot like, if you ever run Pandora, similar to smell there. Got more Back to the Future stuff in the back over here. Again, some stuff we've seen before in the store. A couple shirts over here that we've never seen before too. So that behind the counter they have all the movie posters. And then we come across our last little bit of merch here. All ET themed. We're in the ETA area. Actually, there's some Back to the Future stuff, actually. Plus, around our world room. And then, very funnily, there is a Hollywood star with Earl the Squirrel on it. And then we're exiting here. I do like the Thing poster, because The Thing is my favorite horror movie. And then we're heading out. So that's the look at the tribute store and most of the merch in there. I do like it. I think it's obviously very nostalgic for a lot of people. I don't love all the merch in there. There is some stuff that I definitely like, but some of it's, I'm not a big fan of the 80s, 70s throwback that a lot of the parks have been doing with the classic merch. It's just not my favorite thing, but some of the merch in there didn't have that feel, and I actually did like that. I usually like a little more minimal stuff. But yeah, overall, a great tribute store. Obviously, I just like when there's a tribute store. I think they're fun to walk through, especially for the first time. I think they're just so well themed and stuff. Quickly, before the end, we're going to talk about Horror Nights because they did officially announce all the original houses. Nothing IP yet, but they have been kind of teasing that they do have more to announce sometime soon. So we'll get onto that in just a moment. So, to talk about Halloween Horror Nights, we do have all the original houses announced for this year. They do have 6 this year over the normal, usually 5. I mean, it's kind of up for debate. It depends on if you call Universal Monsters an IP or an original. I think it's kind of both, but I think it leans a little more into the IP realm. So, as we discussed before, we do have a few announcements. We already talked about Slaughter Cinema. We also got Goblin's Feast the other day, too. The ones we haven't talked about is Major Sweets Candy Company. That was a Scare Zone 2022. In the New York area, it was the big one. Pretty good Scare Zone. It's going to be themed off of the factory theme. That I do like that theme. I think it's fairly scary. So we'll see if that one's any good. Then we do have the museum Deadly Exhibits. I think that one sounds great. I'm really excited to kind of see a museum theme to a one. And it obviously will have a bunch of different themes in it to it because it's a museum. So that will be pretty cool there. We do have Monstros, the Monsters of Latin America. That was a fan favorite in Hollywood. I think it was last year. I think it was the #1 house for a lot of people last year in Hollywood. So excited to get it here. I imagine it probably won't be a whole lot changed if it was a fan favorite. They'll probably keep it pretty similar to what it was in Hollywood. Then we got, last but not least, Triplets of Terror. I don't think, obviously this one I feel like is the least like we know about it. So it could end up really good, or it could just be kind of a bottom of the barrel thing. But I never really hate any of the Halloween Horror Nights houses. I think there are some weaker than others. So we'll just have to see kind of what that one ends up being. But that's about it for us today. I mean, we really just came in really quick to check out the tribute store. You might see we just came from SeaWorld because we wanted to just kind of see what was in there and merch and stuff. So overall, it was a pretty good tribute store. But we're going to wrap out back at the front of the park. So actually, as I was about to walk through the tribute store just without the camera and just to kind of look around and stuff, I was kind of looking at all the stuff here, and they do have kind of a tease to the tribute store, the Halloween Horror Nights one. It says opening August 30th to November 3rd. It says Haunted Estate Sale. They do have a few different things here, some funny things. They do have this llama now, that another Earl the Squirrel kind of thing on there. A bunch of different references to movies and stuff. They have We're Making Waffles over here, obviously from Shrek. Kind of a DeLorean-themed car wash thing. Again, a ton of different, like, tiny little things that I thought I would just point out. Obviously, we got, like, the Ghostbusters poster that says, Strange, Call the Ghostbusters. I just thought this was really cool. I like when they do this with a Scare Zone, and there's, like, tiny little things that, like, you know, if you look really hard, you can kind of see it, like the announcement officially for Universal Studios Florida and stuff like that. So, as we were walking up, the rain obviously caught up to us. We were at SeaWorld earlier, it was there, and it caught back up to us over here at Universal. So, overall, I really like the new tribute store. I don't love all the merch, because that's just not my style, but I can definitely see how a lot of people do really like it. So, I see that being a hit. I just think the theme, though, is really fun in there. Obviously, a lot of announcements from Halloween Horror Nights this year, and I'm very excited for it, obviously. I think the originals already this year sound very, very cool. And the speculation maps, I don't like to talk speculation too much because it's all speculation. They've been pretty dead on, and I think the IP houses, they're supposedly coming this year, do look pretty good. So, be there as soon as it starts. But thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.